the way this is. Yeah, I don't like the way this is looking. Look retarded as hell. Unmute it. Throw this on. Throw it. Check. All right, we good. Listen. Oh, we don't need to come through here though. Speaker. Check. 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 No, we need to come through here. Yeah, I don't like this. Give me 1 second, Hakim, because I'm getting feedback from over here. Yeah, shit. One second, Hakim. Well, I don't know how to fix it. Check. Y'all can still hear me? Give me a 1 if you can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat. There we go. All right, no sweat. All right, there we go. All right. Read Psalms 139 and 7 one more time.
Psalms chapter 139, verse 7. Whither shall I go from thy spirit? Or whither shall I flee from thy presence?
Mm-hmm. Now I'm going to ask the question again. What is a black man's main problem in America?
If I may go.
Mm-hmm. Let's make sure you speak up.
God, I think it's how they will do anything for their family, and that leads them to like kill other brothers, rob and steal.
I mean, that's true, but when they robbing and stealing, what aren't they doing? When they robbing and stealing, what aren't they doing? Like something very simple.
Speaking the word of the Most High.
Following the Most High. Like if you break it all the way down to its simplicity, a brother who robs, steals, and kills, brother who celebrate Christmas, a brother who believes in voting, who believes in politics or something like that. All of those men may walk different lives. You got the gangbanger, you got the politician, you got the churchman, you got all these different things going on. Policemen, you got the black man might be a CEO of a company. They all might walk a different life, but their main problem is they don't follow God. So you're not protected from anything out here that could harm you. You understand? But we willfully leave God. Read Psalms 139 again. Read Psalms 139.
Whither shall I go from thy spirit?
Mm-hmm.
Or whither shall I flee from thy presence?
Mm-hmm. Whither shall I go from thy spirit, or whither shall I flee from thy presence? How could you run from God? How could you run? Give me an example of how black men run from the Most High. What are some things we do that is like running from the Most High? I'll start y'all off. When your friends die in the street, yet you continue to go do the dumb things that got them killed. You spend your entire life, you're in and out of juvie, and then you're in and out of jail, and you see your friends dying in the streets from this, y'all all doing the same damn actions, but that only fuels you. All the ridiculous garbage y'all do, stealing from petty thefts from stores, murders over stepping on sneakers. You understand? Fights and murders over some girl that was never yours. You understand? All of these things that we do in the ghetto propels when we get caught up in it, and our friends die, our brothers die. We never know our fathers. When the streets take you away like that, it just propels us further to just do it harder, do it more. You understand? Do it more. You know how many rappers brag about how many dead homies they got? All my friends are dead. One of them made a song called "All My Friends Are Dead." Like when they friends die, it pushes them further into the madness. You understand? It pushes them further into the madness. And verse 7 said, "Whither shall I go from thy spirit? Or whither shall I, meaning, how shall I flee from the Most High? How can I flee from you? How can I run away from you?" An attempt to running away is when the Most High is killing everyone around you. You are all doing the same damn thing. You understand? Everybody's doing the same thing. He is killing everyone around you. Killing. This one caught a bullet. This one got life in jail as death. You understand? Catching life in jail. This one is getting convicted for a crime he didn't do. And that propels you to go further, to go deeper into that lifestyle. You are running away from God. You're not running. You're not so much running to the streets as you are running away from the Most High, because the Most High is showing you that anybody involved in that lifestyle, He is willing to kill, but you are willing to run into the streets to avoid God. Read it one more time.
Whither shall I go from thy spirit? Or whither shall I flee from thy presence?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Verse 8. If I ascend up into heaven, thou art there.
Meaning, what is this talking about? If I ascend up into heaven and when I die and I get judged, or if I get brought up like Enoch, or if I anything that I do, if I make a heaven, the state of heaven on earth, bring the kingdom of heaven on earth, like New Jerusalem is going to be. No matter what I do, you're there. You understand? No matter what I do that's positive, you're there. Read on. Talking about the Most High.
If I make my bed in hell, behold, thou art there.
If I make my bed in hell, behold, thou art there. So no matter whether or not you're doing the most righteous things or you are being the worst sinner, the Most High sees it all and He is there in all. So you can't flee from the Most High. So many of us think like, for y'all to truly understand what I'm talking about. How many of us flee into the police force thinking that we're going to be the one man, that one brother out of the thousands of other brothers that have joined the police force that's going to change the police? It's going to be us, that one man. He wakes up every day, tries to achieve his dream of becoming a damn police chief over whatever damn city he lives in that's crack infested, drugs all over the goddamn street. The rappers are out here with big gold chains on selling crack to everybody's mother. You understand? The preachers out here sleeping with everybody's auntie and everybody's mother. And you think that you're going to fix that neighborhood by running to the police force. And you think that's you trying to fix the ghetto. When you run to something like the cops or you run deeper into the streets, you're not trying to fix the black neighborhood. You are afraid of what it takes to fix the black neighborhood. So you run into somewhere that you know has failed over and over again. But it is seen as somewhere that tries. You run to the place where people get paid to pretend to try to help black people so that you can be hailed as a hero in your neighborhood, because you still have that want, that desire to be a hero. Hold this. Give me Romans 10, Romans chapter 10. Desire to be a hero, but the pain that comes with being a hero. There's something called survivor's remorse when everyone around you is dying because you being a hero, everyone isn't going to listen to you. So you have something called survivor's remorse when everyone around you love is going to be going through problems and some may die. And you just sitting there like, damn, man. And it's survivor's remorse. You feel bad just because you ain't dying with them. You understand? You feel bad because you got family and friends in the world where you like, yo, bro, like this is the truth. This is what it is. And you see how messed up their life is. And for the life of you, you don't understand why they don't just listen. You looking at them like, I can see how bad your life is. We may not be living in utter heaven, but we are at least in the truth. You understand? We serve God at least. We're righteous at least. You understand? We're not lost in the club on a Saturday night, drowning in our own puke. You understand? We are at least not that. And now if you look at other people's lives and you wonder and you feel bad. You feel bad that you're not in the position that they're in because you love them. You have survivor's remorse. That's what a real hero has. When you run to the cops and you run deeper into the streets and say you was born a villain and, things like that, that's just running away from your duty. You want to be looked at as the hero. But that actual job of being a hero, when you know what comes with it, a weak man tends to shy away from it. So when you give me Romans, I want you to give me Romans 10 and 2.
In the book of Romans, chapter 10, verse 2. For I bear them records that they have a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge.
Read verse 1.
Okay. Brethren, my heart desired and prayed in prayer to God for Israel is that they might be saved.
My heart's desire and prayer to the Most High for my people is that they may be saved. You understand? Like a police officer, when you join the police force, how could you say that your heart's desire is for black people to be saved when all you see is your white coworkers killing them? You know how many of those videos with these brothers being killed by the cops? You could close one of them because you could close one of them. Either one, the middle one. Just close. No, close the you code up. Close the one closest to me then. Close that one. Baba Kashah. How many of those videos, or y'all may not know, pay closer attention to those videos, right? And look at the brothers that are with like the black cops that are with the white cops. They're never participating, but they're just standing there, not knowing what the hell to do. They're standing there, you looking at somebody that looked like your father being murdered. You understand? Who looked like you growing up. You looking at it happen, and you're caught between the honor of the blue, which is what they call the police force, the boys in blue. The honor of that badge, and the pride of being a black person, the love you should have for your own race. Because as you know, ain't no white officer sitting there looking at you confused. If you ever threw Zachary on the ground, throw Zachary on the ground who lives in the hills somewhere. Throw him on the ground for a crime he definitely committed. Not a crime that somebody called in with no proof, so you showed up to the scene angry. Throw Zachary on the ground for a crime he definitely committed, and there's evidence, and you're coming not with questions, but you're coming to arrest him. He is violently resisting. Throw him on the ground. And I'm telling you, they will not stand for you killing him there. While you are choking him out on the ground, they won't be confused. You understand? They won't be confused, but we are confused because we can't have allegiances into a place. No man can. No man can. When white people join the police force, their allegiance is still to white people. You understand? It's still to white people because that police force is the upgrade from the slave patrol. That is still for white people. You understand that? That still serves white people. When you join the police force, what are you doing? You helping master catch the slaves? You're always going to be confused. You know why? Because when you look at that young black man, when you look at that young black man or that black man or that sister, you're seeing your family. You're always going to be conflicted between a job you took an oath for that none of them live up to and watching your family die or be abused. You're always going to sit there and be conflicted, and you'll never know why. Read. We're going to tell you why. Read one more time.
Brethren, my heart desire and prayer to God for Israel is that they might be saved. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge.
I bear them record that they have a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge. When you growing up in a neighborhood and you see your people suffering from crack, you learn that, crack is bad, right? You might see, people dying from gunshot wounds and dying from, shootouts. You might say these gangs and these stick-ups are horrible, right? You might say we got to stop this, man. We got to have brotherly love. We got to love on each other. We got to, unite in the ghetto. We got to unite. But you don't do that according to knowledge. You act like you want to unite people as God would want you to, but you don't do that according to knowledge. Your version of uniting the people as a black man should be by taking charge of your neighborhood, following God, and then everyone else in the neighborhood follows God if the black man follows God. You understand that? As a man, as a black, Hispanic, or Native Indian man, you follow God, the burials, the reservations, whatever city or town we are in, the ghetto, they start following God. You want to know why? Women are whatever you want them to be. You understand? Women are what you want them to be. If they see men want whores, they're whores. You understand that? If children see that, oh, hey, mommy's a slut. Oh, hey, daddy's a gangbanger. Guess what they're going to grow up to be? Sluts and gangbangers. You understand that? So as a black man, it is up to you to set the precedent. But instead of taking charge of the ghetto, you go to a police force that is known for never helping the ghetto. It is known for beating you in broad daylight. It's known for throwing you on cop cars and pulling crack out of their pocket and putting it in your pocket and then pulling it back out of your pocket and saying, look what I found. You join them because instead of gathering your own people and having that love that the Most High said you should have for black people, you found it easier, because it is easier. You found it easier to do what? What does a person like that think? What's easier to a black police officer than raising a ghetto? And it's going to sound ridiculous to you. What would a black police officer rather make great than black people? Give you a huge hint. They'd rather make America great. They would rather make the country great and then say, we all need to come together, because to tell black people to come together is to focus on only your problems. And that does not get you the approval from your slave master. You understand? You can't wear that badge and have that gun on your hip and have authority. You can run around the street and kill whoever you want. You understand that? Kill who you want because you have a badge on your chest and it says precinct number, blah, blah, blah. And you can kill whoever the hell you feel like it. You understand? And at the very least, you'll actually get a fair trial. At the very least, if they don't just let you skate away like they do 90% of the cops, go get desk duty or something for a year. And then they right back on the street. Switch them to another town, another municipality, and then put them right back on the street. You might have to go to trial, but you'll get a very fair trial with jurors who love cops. And they'll say, well, obviously, Jerome, he had good reason to believe Jerome was a murderer. Look at him. Look at how Jerome looked. And look at the picture he posted on Facebook in 2011. Look at it. If he didn't murder anybody now, he was going to murder somebody in the future. So all he did was his duty as a cop, and we should get him off. You won't have that green light raising black people. You raise black people, you don't have a green light for nothing. You're public enemy number one. You are the problem in America if you raise black people. You are the one they call toxically masculine. Everything you do raises a problem. You can't be against anything, or else they want to ostracize you and say that you're not American enough. You could never raise black people if you don't do it how God would want you to do. Read verse 3.
Okay. For they, being ignorant of God's righteousness and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of God.
For you being ignorant of God's righteousness and going about to establish your own, it made you not submit unto the Most High. You understand? You went to go create your own righteousness. You didn't believe that thou shalt not eat pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, get shape up, sleep with white women. You got to celebrate the Passover. All of these types of holy days that we got to do, all the laws we got to follow, the statutes, the commandments. You don't believe that's enough. Loving your brother, following Christ, believing he's our king, knowing that he was a black man, knowing that the Jews are the Israelites, Slakia, are blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. The Jews are blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. You don't believe that's the righteousness for black people. But the problem is, who made you the foremost authority on what's right for black people? You to say that the Most High was wrong in saying this is how you raise black people. Who? You're nobody to say that what the Most High said is incorrect. You are ignorant of God's righteousness. God's righteousness is very simple, but that's the problem. We want to be complicated. We want to be complicated. Imagine how simple it is. You wake up every goddamn morning. Instead of being a grouch and disgusting and being a plague to your neighborhood, you love everybody in your neighborhood. Imagine that. Imagine you love everybody in your neighborhood who your family has interacted with for tens of years. Just imagine that. Imagine you woke up and decided, well, I don't believe that I want to die at 17, and I don't believe he should die at 17 just because he's from 34th and I'm from 37th. I don't believe that makes sense. Does that make sense? I'm from this block and he's from 3 blocks down, so we should both kill each other before we can even drink. You understand that? That doesn't make any goddamn sense. When you wake up and use common sense, you'll realize that it's a lot easier to forgive him for being born 3 blocks down. It ain't his goddamn fault. Is it his fault he was born 3 blocks away from you? Is it your fault you was born on 34th? It don't make no goddamn sense. You're going to hate a man for being born on a block owned by your oppressor. Your oppressor robbed you and brought you here, and you and him were born on blocks that's 3 blocks apart. So you hate him all of a sudden. That's complicated, is that not? That's complicated. It's much simpler to just wake up and say, you know what, he ain't gonna die because he's a slave in America like me. And I'm just looking for somebody to hate. You understand that? I'm looking for somebody to hate, so I'm going to choose my brother who was close to me. My brother's close, so I'm going to choose him to hate. Do you know nobody else in the world does that? You think I'm playing? You might see some instances where when the Chinese are poor, they have gangs and they kill each other out. What I'm talking about is on a large scale. None of them, for proximity, hate one another. You know what that means? The Chinese will direct their hatred all the way from Wuhan, all the way from Hong Kong, and throw it all the way to you in Newark. They don't forget to hate you where you are. You understand that? The white man doesn't forget that he rules America. He rules the earth. Right now, he rules the earth. He still does not neglect to throw hate your way. He doesn't neglect that his true enemy still needs his attention. He needs to let his true enemy know how much he despises him. He doesn't go, well, Bob lives next door to me. Bob lives down there, and when we was kids, we used to throw rocks at them down there. He knows to direct his hatred towards you. Why are you making it complicated by you trying to find a reason to hate a black man? You're trying to find a reason up. You're trying to find some type of excuse to go against God's righteousness. So you joined the police force. You joined the police force that allows you to hate black people in secret. In secret. You believe you're helping the neighborhood, but brother, what you're doing is you are running away from your duties. You are abandoning God and running away from the duties that he gave you. You are in charge of making sure people don't eat pork. If you don't enforce it, I mean, who the hell is going to not eat it? Have you not seen that with the preacher? The preacher said, pork is, he'll read Leviticus 11. And then he'll make sure right after he read that, he goes to where? The New Testament. Receive everything with thanksgiving. We prayed over this pork hair. And since we prayed over this pork hair is good. So forget Leviticus 11, even though we just read it. If you don't enforce the law, no one will obey the law. You understand that? No one obeys it. Everyone will die from diabetes and never know why. They'll die from high blood pressure and never know why. Because you don't enforce the law. You are the reason your people will either live or die. Do you understand that? You are the reason. Read 3 one more time. Because a police officer believes he's righteous. He believes by saying, look, what's the damn thing? The Constitution says you can't murder. Says you can't murder, says you can't do this. Look, Law 21C, Section 3, AB says you can't be out here with a. They arrested some 41-year-old man. They just arrested some 41-year-old man for being somewhere with no mask on, and it's holding him there. Excuse me. And they're holding him there with no bail. They denied him bail. Some white teenager just raped some woman while she was walking home in the morning, early in the morning time, and he got bail. He got bail. But that police officer is going to come to you. He's going to spout them damn laws and go, well, Section 21 ABC says you can't do this, so I got to arrest you, brother. I got to arrest you. He makes sure to do that. He makes sure. I just watched a damn video with a cop. He found the escaped prisoner. He found him. Once I learn how to operate this software, I will begin putting all this damn thing, all this up on the screen right here. The cop found the escaped prisoner. I kid you not. He get the radio. He stopped him. The prisoner's running from the prison. He was jogging. I guess he escaped days ago. He got some sweats on, some cut off sweats on in a tank or something like that, tank top. And he held him like that. He's like, what's your name? You got some identification? He's like, no, sir. A little Kentucky accent and all that or whatever. And he gets on the low walkie-talkie. He's like, can you describe that escape prisoner? He's describing the escape prisoner. And this man is fitting him to a T. He is fitting him to a T. And you know what he did? He said, well, that's crazy because I ain't escaped from no prison. Da, da, da. And he goes, oh, that's crazy because the crazy part is you matching up right to him. He said, oh man, no, sir. I'm just here working with my brother. Now we understand in the motel right there off of such and such. We tried to get in the RV. He's just running his mouth, fooling the hell out this cop who don't know. He don't know rain from piss. You understand? Like he don't know the difference. You understand? Like he is sitting here. The man is running game all on this damn cop. And the cop goes, well, you just be safe out here. They might stop you again, but you just let them do the same thing I did. You'll be on you. He said, I can't just have them call you and get my number. He said, no, just call 911. They'll direct you to the proper thing. He said, all right, thank you. And goes about his goddamn way out. And of course, later they found out this was the damn escaped prisoner. He fooled the hell out of him because it was a white cop trying to catch a white man. He fit him to a T. He asked, did he have any tattoos on such and such? What color was his eyes? Did he have a goatee? He's in the person on the damn walkie-talkie is running it down. running it down. He's running it down. And this man is just sitting there like, oh, that's crazy because I ain't escaped from no prison. That is crazy. And he let him go because he's white. He let him go because he's white. He didn't let him go because it was reasonable doubt. He let him go because he was a white man. He's a white man. You understand? Meanwhile, if they believe you could be 5'4", 120 pounds, they looking for a 6'4" black man, 330 pounds who robbed a store. They finna pull you over and say you match the description. They're gonna say, we looking for somebody that look just like you. You match the description, so we had to pull you over and pat you down. Come to find out, this man is a foot taller than you, 100, 200 pounds bigger than you. And you like, I look like him. And you just walk away thinking another day in America. Meanwhile, the prisoner went, he ran. He walked away. He ran to the cop and then walked away from him and fooled the hell out of him. Fooled the hell. He said, America, you can't fix it as a cop. You understand? You can't fix it as a cop. You can fix it by being a priest. That's what you can do. You can fix people by being a priest of the Lord because God's righteousness is the only righteousness. And you are ignorant of it. So you think that your own righteousness and that oath you took to those bloodthirsty pigs is going to save black people. Unfortunately, it won't. Read the end of, I think I had you in 10, wherever you was at, Pale. Have not. Have. Yeah. Let's read from the beginning.
For they being ignorant of God's righteousness and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of God.
You ain't submit yourself unto the righteousness of God. Like when you seen, let me tell you what happens in these men's lives. A cop comes in and treats them nice give them $1 when it's lunchtime in school. They in middle school, the cop come give them $1. He like, oh man, cops are cool, man. I know because I had a cop do it to me. I had a detective come through talking about some here. A man always got to keep $1 in his pocket. Came to the school, he gonna come to school, he gonna give him $1 for lunch, and he gonna treat him nice. He gonna every time you see him, gonna say, how you doing, young man? Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. And acting like he's the epitome of holy. He's gonna act like he's the epitome of holy. And that's the same man when you're in third period who is throwing your uncle on the hood of a car because he looks like somebody that's a foot taller than him. It's the same man. You understand? That is the exact same person because they have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of God. They didn't submit themselves unto it. Righteousness would say if a 6'4", 330-pound man committed a crime, you should be looking for a 6'4", 330-pound man who fits the bill. Racism says look for a black man because if he's black, he fits the bill. You can't change a historically racist police force. You can't change a historically racist nation, which is why voting doesn't work, joining the police force doesn't work, and going deeper into your gang life doesn't work. Go back to Psalms 139. Verse 9.
Psalm chapter 139, verse 9. If I take the wings of the morning and dwell in the uttermost part of the sea. Verse 10. Even there shall thy hand lead me, and thy right hand shall hold me.
Where you at? You at 10? Even there shall thy hand lead me, right? You meaning you cannot escape from the Most High. You can't escape. Give me Jeremiah 17:9. You can't escape from the Most High. There's no way you can run away from him. So joining the police force, if that's still not what he wants you to do, which it isn't, this is why you can't bring justice to the black community. And there's some brothers out there who are naive excuse me, who are naive and believe still that they can do something in the police force to help black men. And brothers, I am telling y'all right now, from Hispanic cops to black cops, I ain't seen no Native Indian cops, but I'm sure there's some out there. Y'all cannot fix America. You can't do it. You cannot do it. No, you will not stop. Let me tell you something. You won't stop a brick house from falling by putting your body under it. That's not what's going to happen. If the brick house is falling, you move. You get out of the way. But instead, we choose to just try to put our backs on the bricks and hold it up. And then you fail. You fail because of it. You become the scapegoat for some white cop's crimes. Or you spend your entire life being emasculated because they crack jokes at your expense. And you have to laugh and pretend like it doesn't hurt you or faze you. Or you're not offended because you just want to be accepted into the police force. When you could just be accepted into the ghetto for just being, being a regular black person. You understand? Be accepted into the ghetto for fixing the ghetto and loving the ghetto. Read Jeremiah 17:9.
Jeremiah 17, verse 9. The heart is deceitful above all things.
Deceitful.
Above all things. And desperately wicked. Who can know it?
The heart represents your mind, meaning your mind is a liar. Your mind lies to you. Which this is why you read the Bible. You read the Bible because all the things that pop up in your little head, that little head you think is so damn wise all the damn time, that gets you in so much goddamn trouble. That head is proven wrong by the Bible. It's proven wrong. I know a black man. I ran into a sister, not a sister. She turned out to be a white woman. She looked black, turned out to be white. But I ran into a sister who had a Salakia. I ran into a devil who had a black son. He had a son with a black man. She was so-called mixed, but she said her father was white, so she's a devil. But she had a black son. The man she had the son with was a Jake. And this man just resisted the military. They kept trying to come to him in high school, kept trying to come to him. I mean, he's like, nah, man, like, y'all can't do nothing for me. Yeah, like, what have y'all ever done for anybody? And then he started thinking what he shouldn't have done. He started using that small brain of his. And when what came about from his small brain is, you know what, if I do 8 years in the military, I get a Camaro and I get a GI and I get the GI Bill and I get all these wonderful things if I just dedicate 8 years to the military and help them bomb innocent children in Syria. If I just go murder some innocent children over there in Syria because they want the oil over there, or they need a reason to be in that damn country. Like, isn't it just funny how as soon as this senile old man got in office, the first thing he said was, "Oh my, y'all might not follow this. I'm informed, y'all." He said, "Oh my God, Iran is this close to creating a nuclear bomb," and out of the blue, we just gotta go there, and we gotta stop them because they're gonna do some bad things if they get a nuclear bomb. So of course they don't go there and arrest the scientists. They don't go there and arrest the diplomats and the political people who authorize these things, who fund these things. They go over there and bomb children. It's just an excuse for the white man to do things. You understand? It's just an excuse for him to go over there and start stuff. And this brother should have followed his first mind when he said the military never does nothing. She's telling me the story. This white lady is telling me the damn story. I only entertained it at first. I thought she was black. And then she told me at the end, the daddy is white. He should have followed his first mind. But instead, he chose 8 years of service that comes with a Camaro and a GI Bill. A Camaro, it comes with a Camaro, a GI Bill, and a workout program. That's what it comes with. You're sacrificing yourself for a car a couple $1,000s a month that you can make doing a whole bunch of other things. And what was the last thing I said? The Camaro, the GI Bill, and what else he get? A damn workout program. So Planet Fitness behind my house. He's welcome to go to Planet Fitness. But he chose to go to the military. And now he's one of many who was committing a crime on a white man's behalf. He's committing crimes. Why are you over there murdering children? What are you murdering children for? Because the white man ordered him to. And he believed it's making America great again because his heart was deceitful. His heart was deceitful, and he abandoned God because of it. Once upon a time, he loved the ghetto. He said, y'all have never done nothing for the ghetto. What has the military done that's changed the ghetto? Give me another water bubble, Kusha. What has the military done for the ghetto? Not a damn thing. But then he got to thinking, and those military recruits, let me tell you what happened. She told me what happened. She said the military just started coming around more. Coming around more. They just start showing up at his games. Came to his graduation. And he started thinking, oh, this is a real brotherhood. They love me in here, man. When in reality, they needed another body. You understand that? They needed another body. And when this white lady was asking questions, she's like, well, where you going to put him at? She's asking all these damn questions to him. She's like, well, that's crazy. They thought she was a black woman. But the first black woman actually care. She thinks she black. You're the first black woman to actually care and ask all these questions about their child. And that is because, like, you get all that out, Baba Kusha. It's like, what up? So you're the first black woman to actually care. And she's telling me this, and I'm like, you're right. Because in the ghetto, when you tell your mother, 9 times out of 10, you tell your mother, your father, your uncle, you're going to go join the Corps. You're going to be a military man, a Marine man. That is like the bragging rights at the 4th of July cookout. She get to run around saying her son is a Marine man. Father run around saying he a military man. You come home, your uncle want to fake spar with you. When all you do is kill Syrian children. That's it. You don't do anything special. You kill Syrian children on behalf of the oppressor. You did that in the American Revolution. You killed white people on the behalf of white people. And you got nothing for it. You went back to slavery. So when he comes home, he thinks that GI Bill is enough. It's not. Who's that damn brother that went crazy? Christopher Dorner. He went crazy. He was a military man, went crazy and used a drone to start. He started like sniping people or killing people or something. Christopher Dorner. He's a military. I gotta look into it. He's a military man who killed a bunch of damn people because he came back crazy. He came back crazy. He's a brother. Came back crazy. Drop that. Give me 2 Peter 3:9.
Second Peter chapter 3, verse 9.
Yeah, Christopher Dorner. Christopher Dorner was a Los Angeles police officer who, beginning on February 3rd, 2013, committed a series of shootings in Orange County, Los Angeles County, Riverside County, and San Bernardino County, California. He went on a spree. The victims were law enforcement officers and the daughter of a former police captain. He came home crazy. Let me continue. Hold on. I want to get to the way he was. I believe in 2 separate incidences during the manhunt, police shot at 3 civilians unrelated to Dorner, mistaking their pickup trucks for the vehicle being driven by Dorner. Meaning, when they found the pickup that was supposed to be his, There was no let's find out if it's him. They just let it off. They just start letting go at it until people start saying, wait, wait, we not him. Wait. Shooting because they own the pickup. He's a black man going on a killing spree. He's a black man going on a killing spree. Ain't no damn way we about to let him keep killing people. Are you insane? A black man kills a white person and he's supposed to just, look for him with sanity and by obeying the law. You think they got arrested for shooting at those damn civilians? No, because he was a black man that killed white people. And the police stand for white people. Let me find. I believe he was in the military. He had to be. He was a naval reservist, United States Naval Reserve officer who was honorably discharged as a lieutenant in 2013. So he was discharged honorably the same year he went crazy. Give me what I asked for.
The book of 2 Peter, chapter 3, verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count it slackness, but is long suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish.
Hold on. Okay, go ahead.
Not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance.
What's the promise of the Lord?
Is it all Israel shall be saved?
That's true. That's true. The promise of the Lord, he would never forsake Israel. And he is not slack concerning his promise. What does that mean? To not be slack.
Like, so I consider not like taking, I would say like honoring his words.
To not be slack. Yeah, to not basically to not be slack means I'm going to fulfill what I told you. I'm not going to slack off. I'm not going to be lazy about what I told you I would do. I'm going to do it. You understand? So read that second line, but is.
But is long suffering to usward.
But is long suffering to usward. Usward meaning towards us. Right? But is long suffering towards usward.
Long suffering, so like I said, could be patient.
That's exactly. You're not saying no, it's patient. Long suffering, like to suffer is to, you're suffering something. People think that means pain, right? I'll suffer you, meaning I'll tolerate. You know what I'm saying? Long suffering, long toleration, meaning I'll allow you. Think of it right now. The grace period we got right now because Christ ain't back. I'll allow you to get yourselves together. Long suffering, meaning for a long time, meaning he's waiting and he's waiting and he's waiting because we're so messed up in America. You understand? We're so damn messed up. He's waiting. Like he was supposed to come back in the year 2000. He supposed to send Christ back. He didn't. He's waiting. He's waiting. He's waiting. He's waiting. He's long suffering. You understand? He said, I'll allow more brothers to come into the truth. Ones who really love the most, who really love him. You understand? So he's long suffering. He's waiting. Yeah. Not willing.
Not willing that any should perish.
Not willing that any should perish.
But that all should come to repentance.
But that all should come to repentance. Meaning the Most High. What does that mean? I get this off the damn table. Y'all let me have this on the table the whole damn time. I get checked. Like, sir, that's not it's a T. Yeah.
Not willing that any should perish, but all. Meaning, sir, that he's like he's waiting, long suffering, like patiently waiting for more men and women and children to come to the truth that way so they would not perish when Christ do comes back. So they said a lot of some men is gonna be perished.
Not willing that any should perish. Say it again. Reword it. Say it again.
Basically, it's like that he is patient with us that more men should come into the truth and be saved and not perish when he came back with the aliens.
God, that's correct. You understand? So he's just waiting for all blacks and Hispanics to like just finally realize you can't run from God. Like finally realize, like, just explain this to me. When you decide to run from God, like we was explaining earlier, where the hell are you exactly going? Like, where the hell are you going? Like I said, like you running, like if you run in the streets, you know, we say it all the time to each other. It's death around every corner. Like you run to the streets, you could say it's exciting. You could say, when I'm saying you could say that, I'm saying you could say that if you want to. I'm not saying that you could say that for real, like it really means something. You could sit there and say it's exciting and all that, but in reality, who the hell want to live like you could like die any moment? And by that, what I mean is like you could prepare all the hell you want, but some random person with a mask could just pop out of this alley right here and end your life in 2 seconds.
So like I said, if I could, that the scripture, I'm not sure where the scripture says there's a way that seems righteous to a man.
It's in Proverbs. It's in Proverbs, yeah. There's a way that seems right unto you. It seems right. You run into the damn street, but until that man pop out the alley. So he pop out the so fuck, yeah.
When I was on the street, I was living the street life, you couldn't tell me the street life was not the life.
And for some reason, we believe like this is it right here. This is it. And it's because we just want to be men. We want to be seen as men. Like you don't really take a lot of trauma to go to the streets, first of all. Then once you get there, you get so much more trauma and so many demons on you. It just propels you to stay. And by the miracle of the Most High, he pulled you out. Just like many other brothers in the UPK. Like it's a damn miracle that brothers leave the streets. It's a miracle. Like you ain't leave and brothers leave and become Muslim and they never left because they still in that game. And now they could sell crack with a dress on. That's the only thing that changed. They sell crack with that dress on. They had the damn dress on selling the crack out, and the rest is history. Like it's a miracle that anybody's able to leave the streets and come into the truth, because that allure of it's like the demon in you once you dead. You understand? That demon in you once you dead. So you know that somebody could come out this alley right here that's been looking for you for years or weeks or months or days, retaliation for something you did, or maybe just because you was born a couple blocks over that way, and yet and still you do it. Yet and still, you got so many young men that just pretend. That's like the worst part too. Like you got young men growing up now who don't want to be soft. You understand? They don't want to be soft, so they pretend because they're like, what other way could I be a man? What other way is like people want to acknowledge me? Everybody can't dribble a damn ball. You know what I'm saying? You get put on TV and you 6 feet tall, you get the muscle. Everybody acknowledges you. You're an average brother in the ghetto. You start thinking like, well, what can I do to be a damn man? He's 6'4", he dribble, he shoot, he throw the damn football. You know what I'm saying? What the hell? What can I do? And all these young brothers, they out here jumping into something they know nothing about. Even the ones that knew something about it. They tell you that once they get older in age, they tell you, oh man, if I'd have known it came with this, but I'm already in it now and it's for life. So like they tell you, man. They tell you that they running from God. They tell you that. Watching they say they little homie. They watching them die in the streets and They like, I'll never tell somebody to get into it, but if he want to get into it on his own, then I give him the gun. What the hell sense do that make? You get to 40 years old, realize you were stupid your whole damn life, and see him turning out stupid, and you go, well, I ain't gonna teach him to be stupid. But if he wanna be stupid, I give him the stupid book. Like, that don't make no goddamn sense. You realize what you've been doing for that. Like, that's the same, that's the same logic why Christians don't come in the truth and Muslims don't come into the truth. Because you reach 40, 50, 60, you like, damn, I've been stupid for 40, 50, 60 years. But I've been stupid so long, I might as well just finish out stupid. And why would I be honest with myself and say, this is what I've been in this garbage for this whole time? Why would I do that? And you got children coming up. Well, I seen them I.S.U.P.K cats on the corner. Oh, mommy, we get flies as children. Mommy, I can't take it, throw it on the floor. Like, and we looking at them like, it's because you want to continue in your garbage. Don't mean the child can't have some questions about if what you're in is true. You understand? But of course they don't understand. Of course they don't. What I was gonna say was, there's a rapper who I just found out about from Trenton because he did an interview saying he got shot 19 times. I thought 50 Cent was a miracle. This brother said he walked in the gas station, trying to pay for something, turned around, walked off a couple steps, picked something else up. Said some cats walked in the store, just started letting off at him. Bang, 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 hit him. He running, said he felt all the adrenaline until they shot him in his ankle. He jumped. After that, you adrenaline or not, you ain't running. Boom, he falls on the ground. They busting him all in his back. Boom. He said he ain't want to die without saying who did it. So he turned over and looked at him and said, and of course, this man, of course, in the interview, he's describing how all his other friends died and dying at gas stations and dying at this and dying all this stuff. I'm not saying don't go to a gas station, but he's gang banging, out doing dumb things and getting caught, just like his friends did. They getting shot up and they dying this way and they dying like that. And he didn't learn. He didn't learn at all. He continued to do what the hell he did. They shoot him in his back. He turned over. He looking at him. He said they started laughing. Like, didn't we tell you, nigga? Didn't we tell you? And started letting them things off when he was looking at them. It's ridiculous. You understand? Give me a 2 Timothy's 1:7.
Book of 2 Timothy, chapter 1, verse 7. For God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind.
Read it again.
For God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, and of love, and of a sound mind.
The Most High have not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and a sound mind. Of course, the spirit you got when you go join the damn police force is being afraid. Of course, the whole thing, everything you doing in the police force is because you're scared of what it takes to be an average black man. You're scared of what it's like to just be an average brother in the ghetto, and the police is speeding down your block, and you're wondering if they're pulling up for you. You're wondering if somebody called and told on you for something you did, and they about to come and choke you the hell out or put their knee on your neck. And you're going to be the one crying for your mother and being a grown man saying, mommy. You're wondering if that's going to be you. So to avoid that, you just become the oppressor. It's the same thing how they had the slaves who they made whip the other slaves. The slaves who they made overseers of the other slaves. You understand? It is the exact same way. You're just afraid. You're afraid of being average. You're afraid of being another black man. You understand? And you don't want to be another black man. You want to be a white man. You want to be a white man because you don't know how to fight to build your own thing. So, of course, why not just try to join America? Join America because joining America wipes away all your fear. You're joining something that's established, something that just causes tyranny, and they bomb children and they rule the world. There's nothing for you to fear. You understand? But we have the spirit of the Most High. The spirit that you get is of power and of love and of a sound mind. You have a sound mind because you're not a criminal. You understand? You don't commit crimes, so why would I be afraid? Like when the police pulled me over, they pulled me over before. I'm not shaking. You understand? I'm not shaking. I'm not afraid. I'm not. Oh my gosh, this is it. This is my life. No. How you doing, officer? What you need? What did I do? No, I didn't. And you don't beg the cops. Don't look at him with the wide eyes. Don't get the fumbling for your stuff. You're trying to find your insurance. When you're not a criminal, you don't move like a criminal. You understand that? Because at this point, why are we gonna sit here and talk? They want you to beg. That's what they want. They want you to sit there and beg and be like, "Oh, but please, sir, I was just doing this. I was just doing that." They want you to beg. They want you to beg so they can feel big. They want to feel big, so they want you to beg. And a man of integrity is not begging no damn cop, as corrupt as they are, for leniency, for mercy. Don't beg no damn cop. Like, you just get your damn ticket and just go to court. You understand? Go to court, leave it the hell alone. Cop gave me 4 bogus tickets. I went to court and had them thrown out. Because, like, why would I beg you for mercy when I know you're bogus and I don't commit crimes? Drop that. Give me Zephaniah 2. Zephaniah 2:1.
Okay. The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together, ye. Gather together, O nation not desired.
Gather yourselves together, O nation not desired. It hurts to know that the person who rules over you can't come with you. It hurts. It must hurt to know that this person is murdering me. They own everything in my damn ghetto. And when I do something bad that they convinced me to do, they come punish me for it. It hurts to know that person can't come with you into the kingdom. I understand it hurts. It must be so damn horrible to have to love yourself. It gotta be horrible to look in the damn mirror and say, I gotta love the man who looked like this. I gotta love the sister that looked like my actual sister. You understand? That's what you have to care about. You can't be out here caring about the oppressor, because the oppressor will continuously show you he doesn't care. You know, Biden, he stopped building the wall. He signed an executive order to stop building the wall. And then everybody, this is the part where everybody claps their hands. Whoa, Trump gone, no more wall. The oppressor's gone. Until you find out what he did was he told them stop for right now so that he could put cameras on top of the wall. He said he's going to put cameras on top of the wall, because the wall obviously just ain't enough, because they're saying you could just scale the wall, right? You just climb the wall. You just go underneath. You could, somebody that really wants to get out of being oppressed in Mexico will find a way to get the hell out of Mexico. You understand that? He said, oh, we need cameras on top of the wall, thermal sensors on top of the wall. So when them cargo vans and them trucks coming through there, scan that. Oh, it's 2 people under the truck, holding on to the underling of the truck. Think I'm playing? They in the seat, inside the seat. They be cutting the stuffing out and putting people in the seat. Anything to get out of Mexico. He said, I can't have that, man. I can't have that. We got to put cameras on top of the wall, because if we do that, then we can control them better. You want to bring him in the damn kingdom. You want to bring him in the damn kingdom. Please. It must, and I know it hurts because you've grown fond of your oppressor. You've grown fond of knowing that every store you go to is owned by somebody that's not your people. I know. You started to love that. We've started to love that every time we got to buy clothes, we got to buy it from some half gay Italian designer. I understand. We've grown very fond of it. However, these people can't come with you. The people that the Most High loves are the people in the ghetto who you continually look down upon in your all blue outfit with that ugly hat on. Those are the people that the Most High cares about, and those are the people you're going to have to love. Drop this. What I just had you at? Romans? I didn't have your Romans, did I? Give me Romans. Give me Romans 8. Romans 8 and 35. Matter of fact, did you read verse 2? Go, let me see. Do I want verse 2? No, just go ahead.
Romans 8.
Romans 8 and 35.
The book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 35. Who shall separate us from the love of Christ? Shall tribulation, or distress, or persecution, or famine?
Who shall separate us from the love of? Read that again, because this is like this. What this is saying. This is a rhetorical question. He's saying, who the hell? Who should? What should have the power to separate you from Christ? Should it be a badge? Should it be the streets? Should it be your personal trauma? Should all of that be enough to just pull you away from Christ? Read it again.
Come. Verse 35. Who shall separate us from the love of Christ?
Mm-hmm.
Shall tribulation?
Shall trial? Shall all the things, all the pain, all the suffering you go through in America, should that separate you from Christ? Because for the fact that you had to wait all day, all Friday in the welfare office, you had to wait all Friday in the welfare. So Saturday night, you just gonna go out and get drunk and throw up all over the damn place and spill Hennessy all over yourself. I had somebody in the back of my goddamn car out. Spill Henny all over my goddamn car. All over the back of my goddamn car because she was mad about something stupid. She was mad about something stupid. Something that was separating her from loving her people. Something that was so damn idiotic. She over asking me about for counsel in my back seat while I'm driving her where she need to go. And I'm bringing it down to her. And she's feeling very bad. She's feeling very bad about the hatred that she showed for her people. She thought I would agree with her. No, she said, are you from the hood? Are you from the ghetto? You said good. And start breaking down her problem like I was going to be like, yeah, F her. F this, F that. Yeah, you already know how to do what you want to do. And I said things she did not like. I spilled Henny in the backseat. Little problems you have between your friends. Little problems going to make you say, oh, black people. I got a question for black women. For black women, what's the price for you to abandon God? What's the price for you to abandon black men? What is the price? Can somebody please tell me? Because they've been saying it's the fact that we are the white people of black people. We benefit. Let me phrase this right before they come in the chat with all their feminism. We benefit from the patriarchy of America, meaning America holds men on a higher pedestal than women. And they say, even though we're black men, we benefit more. And they say that this is what they say. I talk to them. They say that white women are more oppressed than black men. This is what black women are saying. Black women are saying that white women in general are more oppressed than men. So that is saying that white women are more oppressed than black women. That's what they're saying. They're saying Hispanic men and black men who are just being killed by cops at historic numbers are. Historic numbers. They love to mention black on black crime. Let's mention blue on black crime. They don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about blue on black crime. So that that's why they hate us. They want to separate from black people because black men, supposedly benefit from white people. The last time I checked, being put in the cemetery is not benefiting from white people. You don't benefit from who put you in the goddamn cemetery. All this damn COVID hysteria going around. Is anyone saying he benefited from COVID because it put him in the cemetery? Are you saying that? No. Are you walking around with no mask on, just willy-dilly walking everywhere, not raising damn pet? Everywhere you go, if you don't have a mask on, they persecute you. They want to kill you if you don't have a mask on. It's like you are enemy number one. No one is saying when you die, like COVID benefited you. You benefited from COVID, excuse me. So what is the price for a black woman to just leave a man? To leave him to the wolves? The price is as simple as this. Love from the oppressor. The oppressor shows some interest. When I mean interest, I'm not even talking about sexual act. The oppressor shows and pretends like they are to be put on such a pedestal. They just forget you exist, Doc. They just forget you exist. When you have white men pretending they're black women, being gay and pretending they're black women, you have black men pretending they're black women, they feel like they don't need you. They feel like they have all the masculine attention they could possibly ever need until problems arise, until things happen, until racism comes to the doorstep of our sisters. Then our sisters want to say, well, black men was not there to protect us. There's a problem because, see, when a lion protects something, he doesn't protect it half the time. He protects it all of the time. You cannot allow something as small as your brain, your small brain, your way of thinking, the feminism that the white woman has put in your brain. She put it in your brain and then left you to suffer the effects by your damn self. How about that one? Put feminism in your brain and said, you like this, don't you? Yeah. Well, you can suffer by yourself in it because I'm not. Gave you feminism, gave it to you, told you, yes, this works. All the while, they're going home to their husbands. All the while, they're going home to their husbands, and you're out here, you're a bulldagger, you're a dyke, you're getting abortions. It's horrible for you out here. Horrible. Disgusting. But they've convinced you that it works. The price for you to abandon black men is far too low, and there shouldn't be a price. There's no price you can put on family. You understand that? There's no price you can put to say, I am going to leave black people and become a white person. There's no price. You understand that? There's no, Sammy Sosa can never justify bleaching his skin. Never. They say Michael Jackson had vitiligo. I don't know. But I know Sammy Sosa ain't have no goddamn vitiligo. I know Vibes Cartel ain't have no goddamn vitiligo. Look, I'm going off what I know. I know for a fact, Vibes Cartel and Sammy Sosa bleached their skin for acceptance into the white community. The price for them to leave their blackness behind was bleach. You know that Clorox at a $3 bottle of it was $3. The price to leave black people alone forever was $3. Read on. Tribulation.
Shall tribulations or distress or persecution?
Shall tribulation or distress or persecution? Meaning, shall you get killed by the cops and then think, shall you grow up in America witnessing everything that happens to black people by the cops, by the government, who the cops work for. They're supposed to work for the people, but who the cops work for, and say, I will become a cop. I will become a senator. I will become. That's not what you do. You don't grow up watching somebody beat the life out of you, beat the life out of your family members, and then say, I want to grow up to be just like you. Because then I'll have the choice on whether or not I want to beat the crap out of my family members or not. And then we're supposed to parade you for being him. We're supposed to parade you for being him, but not beating. There's a safer, there's a more righteous choice than being a cop and playing Russian roulette with your life. That's what you're doing. You're playing Russian roulette with your life. There's a much simpler way. It's very simple. Watch this. The little black boy that you were in the hood, there's more of them. There's more. Those white people who destroyed your childhood, there's more of them. There's more. Like, they come around every generation. Why don't you be the man that wasn't there to stop that for you? Why don't you stop that for him? Why don't you stop it from happening to him instead of believing that joining the police force, you're going to be the man that next time when the police is called, you're the one black man amongst 4 officers that come to the scene. And you're going to stop everyone and say, hold it, stop. No, I'm not going to allow this. If you were going to do that, we're waiting. We're waiting because no one has done it yet. We're waiting. But of course, you're not going to do that. So how about you do something even better than that? How about you just actually be active in the black neighborhood? How about you be in your sons and the boys around the neighborhood's lives? How about you do that? How about you say there's no reason to be a damn criminal? How about you and the police are nothing but a damn gang themselves. So why don't you just tell them joining a gang and being a criminal, there's no reason to do any of that out. You just love your people, man. You see your neighbor next door, man. When he parking your spot, man, hey, just be easy about it out. Be easy. Why the hell you gonna raise hell? Why you gonna raise hell with your neighbor? Why you gonna raise hell with him? Remind him who the enemy is. Don't raise hell with your neighbor. There's people coming through your neighborhood whenever they feel like it, setting up shop, collecting $10,000 a week from you from a Chinese shop. You want to raise issues with the man who parked in your spot. Come on. You want to raise issues with the brother who was born 3 blocks away from you. There's someone who was raping your whole community, who can commit a crime against you and have a jury of his peers say he is not guilty and walk away, who can kill you with that badge on and get desk duty. There's more important things than putting that goddamn badge on and trying to save America. You trying to save America. Meanwhile, the white people in America don't even agree. They got 2 different damn parties. When the hell has that ever worked? How could you have a leader that puts laws into place and the next one just throws them away? You're trying to save a country that is confused. Read on.
Or persecution, or for me,
famine,
or nakedness, or peril, or sword.
If you get killed for loving your people, you get killed because you won't let the cops come harass your neighborhood. You won't let them slam this boy on. I get mad when I watch these videos and we cover these videos. It's like, all right, there's evidence. Cool. But what the hell good does it do when every bit of evidence that's brought to court, there's nothing to get him convicted? You understand? That cop don't go to jail. And if he does go to jail, there's 90 more that's not about to go to jail. You understand that? So all these cameras, and we have cameras now, and justice or else, no justice, no peace. What does that mean? You have a camera. You should be the brother who stopped it and it never got to be on camera. That's what you should be. You should be the brother who it was happening and you stopped it and there was never a video because you stopped it. That's who you should be. Or you're going to let you're going to let the fear of death separate you from Christ, separate you from your brothers. The cops might kill me if I try to intervene, so let them kill him. But I'll make sure I put it on video and then write online. That was horrible. Cops do bad things in neighborhood again. America, we must wake up. No more. Yes, no more. You are not doing nothing by putting that goddamn badge on. You can do something if you just, help your sister get off crack. Help your sister get off crack. Take the pipe out the damn neighborhood. Take the needle out the damn neighborhood. Read on.
Concur. As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all day long. We are counted as sheep for the slaughter.
For thy sake we are killed all day long. We are counted as sheep for the slaughter. Read on.
Nay, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him that loved us.
We are more than conquerors. The white man's claim to fame is conquering America, obviously. Conquering America is his claim to fame. And this is just so goddamn, it's so wonderful. His claim to fame is just, he stole America, created Thanksgiving. He's trying to double back and say, well, no, wait. We negotiated with the Native Indians and we loved them. And when we ate Thanksgiving dinner, it was together. We didn't murder them. No, we didn't force them off their land. We offered them reservations. What you got is more than conquerors. You got something more than conquerors that was given to you from the Most High. And that's the love that you have for one another. They may think they can conquer black people. They may think, but when they hit the fan, when everything comes to fruition, the ghetto is the one place where you're going to know you're safe at. The ghetto is the one place where you're going to say, man, it may be dirty as hell over here. It's dirty as hell. We got vacant lots everywhere. But I would rather be here than in the suburbs, living next to some random murderer who I don't even know is a murderer. You understand? At least you know Tyrone, he done killed 2 people. But he did it for a reason. And he served his time. At least you know that about him. You don't even know that your neighbor in the suburbs got 2 girls in the basement right now. 2 girls in his basement right now begging and screaming. Begging and screaming. And he's feeding them Alpo. You don't even know that, though, because you believe running to the suburbs, abandoning God, abandoning his people in the ghetto, and running to the suburbs where you can catch a newspaper from the newsboy, if they still do that. Catch the damn newspaper, go outside in your robe and just wave. You think you made it. You think you're safe. Read the next verse.
Okay, verse 38. For I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present or things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of God, which is in Christ Jesus our Lord.
Nothing should be able to separate you from the Most High. Nothing should be able to separate you from Christ. Nothing. You understand? You go to jail, we got a prison program. Live in Alaska, they got Zoom now. They got Skype. There's nothing that stops you from serving the Most High. No matter what your oppressor does to you, you will always have your brothers. You will always have your brothers. And that's the only thing that's going to keep you afloat in America. You understand that? That is the only thing that will sustain you in a society that seeks to destroy you. If they had their way, you would be dead already. If not for the mercy of the Most High, there wouldn't even be a nation of Israel right now. The attempted genocide, everything they do is attempted genocide. When they can arrest you for looking like a man who is a foot taller than you and 200 pounds heavier than you, harass you, throw you on the hood of a car, pat you down, plant drugs on you, say they had a reason to stop you. That is they are attempting to wipe you out. They want you so fearful of them, so fearful that when they come around, you don't even come outside. They patrol the neighborhood, you just looking from your window. You're looking for your window, waiting for them to leave so you can let your kids go on a damn swing. Everything they do is attempted, putting crack in the hood. They want they want us all to be crackheads. And the ones that's not crackheads will sell them crack. You help them destroy each other then. And then the ones that's selling crack be in competition against each other. So y'all feel the urge to murder one another. Please. And the whole time they sending your grandmother to church so nobody know nothing in the damn house. Nobody know nothing because everybody goes to church in the house. Or they wearing a dress while they selling that damn crack. Go ahead.
So like I said, after the war against each other for selling drugs, and one of them kill each other, and they come get the rest and put them in jail.
Them indictments be real. I mean, they let the streets get hot. Let the streets get hot, and you be thinking you got away with murder too. You be thinking you got away. Be like, North had this many murders and this one and this many. You're like, oh man, it's bad out here. Oh man, Chicago got this many. St. Louis got this many. DC. Oh man, it's horrible out here, man. They just murder one another. They can't even catch the criminals. Now everybody who was shooting is dead, and there was 200 hustlers on the block. 200 hustlers and shooters. 120 of them killed each other. They came and indicted 60 of them. And then you got the lone 20 out there who be on Facebook talking about some free him. It's over. It's over. It's over. But of course, they'll do it again on another block. There's another generation coming up after them that are going to do the same thing they did because there's no man there to teach them that, hey, 120 people died over here. Died. We killed each other, 120 strong. The ones that didn't die, 60 of us went to jail on indictments for various amounts of time. Maybe you shouldn't do what we did. Perhaps, just perhaps, if everything you do gets you killed or sent to jail with a bunch of men where y'all share showers and share toilets and you're not allowed to wash your behind when you want to. Every day, you got, what the hell is Mystery Meat Wednesday? What is, you don't know what you're eating in there. Perhaps you're not being a man by being in the streets. Just maybe. If it ends you either dead, unable to provide or help your family avoid the oppressor, or you're in jail naked around a bunch of other men in the shower, perhaps, maybe, being in the streets does not make you a man. Just maybe. That might be true.
So they got something called shit on the shingle. And why would I eat shit on the shingle?
They have something called what? You want to censor it though? On a shingle? What is that?
That's like a potato with some meat in there.
Oh no. Nah.
That's the name of it.
No. We can't have that. We can't have that. But just maybe, if you're a corn dog, you don't know what the hell is inside of it. Just maybe you shouldn't be going to jail and coming home as if you succeeded in something. Perhaps everyone shouldn't be screaming free you because what got you in there is something that shouldn't be celebrated. perhaps. And just maybe those young men, just maybe the 20 people who are left on the block, just maybe you should get wiser. Get wiser and teach the children coming up that everything you did was idiocracy. It was all stupid, and they should never do anything you did, ever. Just maybe. And because grandma going to church couldn't stop them, and daddy and uncle going to church and being a damn bouncer in the church and being a damn electric, maybe because that couldn't stop them, maybe you shouldn't listen to them either. Maybe you should listen to the men who aren't criminals, who don't go to jail, and who fight for you. Maybe you should listen to the men who do, like we do what no one else does. Maybe you should listen to those. The ones who everyone calls crazy. The ones who is telling you that there are certain foods you shouldn't eat because God said so. I mean, you listen to the block. You listen to all your homies on the block. Why can't you listen to a couple of guys you don't know? You listen to them and they all dead and in jail. Every last one of them dead and in jail. The ones that's not is sitting there, scratch the hell out, trying to sell little. Y'all know. The ones that didn't go to jail and is not dead, they're sitting there trying to keep their sanity. Try to keep their sanity out. Y'all be thinking these weed dealers is rich. These weed dealers be making about $1,500 a month. Maybe they should be fighting to raise the minimum wage on weed dealers because you putting your life on the line and it ain't adding up. It's not adding up. They're not rich. That's not a lifestyle for you to follow. But there are men who may not have the most money, but we are primed for running Earth. Primed and principled and tested and tried and true. We won't put you in jail. The things we tell you to do ain't gonna get you sent to jail. No, we tell you to do. You gotta have some heart to do it now. We're not the police force. You don't run to us for a badge and a gun and then you're able to terrorize whatever the hell you want to terrorize. Just perhaps, just maybe, the men who are crazy on the corner have the solution that all of your friends who are dead did not have. It's possible. It's possible. Give me Isaiah. The book of Isaiah. I'll tell you where we're at right now. Give me 1 second. Isaiah 50 and 10.
Of Isaiah, chapter 50, verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
Who is among you that feareth the Lord, that obeyeth the voice of his servant, that walketh in darkness and hath no light? Let him trust in the name of the Lord and stay upon his God.
Read on.
Behold, all ye that kindle a fire, that compass yourselves about with sparks, walk in the light of your fire.
All these men, they walk in the light of their own fire. They don't walk. You may not know everything that's going to happen in the truth. You may not know. All you know is you got a certain job to do. You got certain laws you follow. Everything might not be abundantly clear at times, but there is one thing that's clear. There's one thing that's clear. You have a moral compass. You have integrity. You have a God you follow. You have a king that you obey. And you have brothers you love and men you follow. But woe, death unto a man who follows his own compass, has his own fire. He has his own spark, his own light that he follows. Read on. This goes on to what the Bible said earlier. That's that precept in Proverbs for a man who something seems like the right way. This seems like how I should do things. But the way thereof is death. Read on.
And in the sparks that ye have kindled, this shall ye have of mine, hand. Ye shall lie down in sorrow.
So I can read that again.
Behold, all ye that kindle a fire, that compass yourselves about with sparks, walk in the light of your fire, and in the sparks that ye have kindled. This shall ye have of mine hand. Ye shall lie down in sorrow.
This shall ye have of my hand. You shall lie down in sorrow. All that compass you got for yourself, all that moral compass you got, all that police academy training you thought was going to help you, and you feel in your heart, all this damn talk about intuition on the internet make me sick. You're supposed to be an adult. Intuition. There's a set law of rules in the Bible. Your intuition says the police is going to help. You're supposed to be an adult. An adult is able to see that, well, if the police were going to help, perhaps when a man is crying for his mother on the ground saying he can't breathe, perhaps if they were there to help, they wouldn't have murdered him. Perhaps if a man is walking with Skittles in Arizona, he'll be able to go back home safe and finish watching that damn Super Bowl he was watching without being shot by, what was Zimmerman at the time? A damn rent-a-cop? He's a goddamn rent-a-cop out. Without being murdered by the rent-a-cop of the neighborhood. He was like neighborhood watch. Like, damn, you get murdered by neighborhood watch? Neighborhood watch kills you. Like that, a wannabe cop will take on the job of a cop. That shows you what a cop's job is. A cop's job isn't anything righteous. There's nothing holy about his job. Because when a rent-a-cop wants to be a cop, he tries to show that I can do what you do as well. Why don't you hire me? You kill black men, I kill black men. You do it for no reason, I'll do it for no reason too. That little compass you got for yourself just don't work. It ain't finna work. It never has, and it never will. All right. Y'all ain't put no questions in the chat. If y'all got a question, I can post it now. Any questions in the room? Any last questions or comments? No short. With that being said, we're gonna wrap class up. Men of Israel, I mudge him. Men of Israel, I mudge him. Shabbat, I mudge him. Barak,
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barak.
Ajmatah, dismissed.